students, Naveed sir here. Today we are going to learn about income inequality and the Lorentz curve for IGCSE, especially for IGCSE students in economics, right? So this is a very complicated subject. Many of you all have asked questions regarding the Lorentz curve. So before we learn about the Lorentz curve, we should know about income inequality, right? Unequal distribution of the income to various people in an economy, right? There are various types of people who earn different types of income, right? Different sources of income. Why? What is the reason for this income differentiation, right? The main thing, if you have a natural talent, first of all, you can earn more than the others. Let's talk about the footballers, the world's most famous footballer now, Cristiano Ronaldo, right? His income is far more higher than the other people who is playing football at the moment. And if we can talk about other sports person, Roger Federer, Tiger Woods, they have that particular natural talent. That's why they are the highest earning sportsman, right? So natural, not only that, you can put that natural talent into the workforce. Even there are teachers, when there are doctors, right, who has that special talent to stand, right, against the others, to stand above the others. Even there are high-class doctors who are earning more than the other doctors, right? So natural talent is one thing where you can increase your income. And the second one, if you have a high work experience, right? If you are experienced enough, that means your income will increase. If you start up, right, in the early ages, if you start your job and if you go through that process and if you are very well experienced, right, automatically your salary scale goes up, right? That's also a reason where the income becomes unequal, right, compared to the others, right? And think about the pensioners, right? Their income is very low compared to the employed people. They are very old, but their income is very low. Pension income is very low. So that's another component where the income could be differentiated, right? So if you have a natural talent, if you have work experience, and if you have good education, that's also another important thing. That's why children nowadays, we tell you all to study well. That means if you all are educated, right, you all can earn more. Look at the doctors, the engineers, the lawyers, the chartered accountants. They are earning more than the others because they have completed their studies. They have gone far away compared to the others. That's why they are earning more, right? So these are the main reasons where particular countries, people's income could differ. People's income could differ, right? There are various types of people in an economy. So their income differentiates. So Lorentz curve. Before we talk about the Lorentz curve, let's assume, first of all, right, let's make it more simple. Over here, the vertical axis, where the income, the cumulative income in an economy is shown over here as a percentage. Children, as a percentage. Over here, population, percentage, cumulative percentage, right? Now, this is the 45-degree line curve. It's the 45-degree line curve where it shows that, let me use another color, right? It shows the income equality. This is just a hypothetical curve. This is a hypothetical curve, right? It's not the reality. You can't find any country in the world where the income is equal, right? Each and every household's income is equal. You can't find any country, right? Even America's income inequality is severe compared to the other countries, right? The richest kingdom in the world, Qatar, even they have income inequalities, right? let's see. This is the income, this shows the income equality, right? Let's assume, right, over here, they say 10%. 10% of the country's income, right, is being distributed among the population, right, of 10%. 10% of the country's income is being distributed to the 10% of the population cumulative in a particular country. No, that's how they show an income equality. Let's go with an example, children. Let's go with an example to make it more clear. Let's assume a particular country's GDP, the country's income is $100,000. Let's assume it's $100,000, and the population of this country, is 200,000 people. 200,000 people, right? Assumptions. These are assumptions. Say 10% of the income. That means 100,000 into 10% means, children, 10,000. 10,000, which is 10% of the income. And 200,000 into 10%, the population, 20,000. The population is 20,000. That means $10,000 are being distributed among 20,000. Then how much is the balance? 90,000. The balance 90,000 should be distributed among 180,000. It shows an equal distribution. It shows an equal distribution, children, right? So when they move further up, right, say 20% of the income is being distributed among 20% of the population. So that makes, right, total 20% means, children, the GDP is $20,000, and the population, it's being distributed among 40,000. Again, it shows an equality over here. Even at 10%, it shows an equality. Even at 20%, it shows equality. 20% of income is being distributed among the 20% of the population, cumulative population, right? So this is an income distribution which shows an equality, but it's not practical. It's not practical. These are just assumptions. Now we are going to learn about the Lorentz curve. We are going to learn about the Lorentz curve, right? The Lorentz curve, children, the Lorentz curve, again the 45-degree curve, right? Income cumulative, you all know this, population cumulative percentage, right? The Lorentz curve, the red Lorentz curve, as per the book, it shows the inequality of income distribution among the households in an economy. Right? Let's go with the same example. Right? We assumed, right, the country's GDP is, children, right, it was 100,000, isn't it? It was 100,000, right? And the country's population, it was 200,000. Estimated population was 200,000. Now we are going to learn about the Lorentz curve, which shows the income inequality. We talked about the income equality. The same 10% of income, now it is not being distributed among 10%. Now you have to move towards the Lorentz curve. It is being distributed among the 40% of the population. 40% of the population. It should be distributed among 10% if the income distribution is equal, but it's not practical. In a country, it's not practical, right? In any country, right, you have to face this particular Lorentz curve, right? So in some countries the inequality of income distribution is low. In some countries it's high. Let's assume this is a very less developed country, right? This situation occurs in less developed countries. Why? 10% of the income, which is 10,000, is being distributed among the population of 40%. How much is that? 200,000 into 40% means, children, 80,000. Just $10,000 is being distributed among 80,000. So what happens to the other 90,000? What happens to the other 90,000? It will be distributed among just 120,000 people. Look at the way, right? It has been so unfair. It has been so unfair. These are like the countries Sierra Leone, Namibia, those African countries, very less developed countries, they have this situation. Right? So when the Lorentz curve becomes broader and broader, now you all can do, I have given you all exercises, right? Now let's assume 20% of the income, right, should be distributed among 20%, right? But it's being distributed among, let's assume, 60%. It's being distributed among 60%, right? 20% of the income is being distributed among 60%. 20% of the income, how much, children? 20% of the income, it's $20,000, right? 60% of the population means the population will be 120,000. That means $20,000 are being generated among 120,000 people. So the rest 80,000 people enjoys $80,000, right? They get more. The rich people becomes more richer, poor people becomes more poorer. So the Lorentz curve, right, it shows the gap between the rich and poor. It shows the unfair way of distributing the income inequality. This is what we call the Lorentz curve, children. I have given you all enough questions, right? You all have to answer. Watch this video again and again and come up with those answers. I have attached it to the assignment. I have given questions for you all to draw Lorentz curves on your own, children. So read this section, do the assignments and do the case studies in the book, right? The lesson is redistribution of income, children. So this is it, and stay safe, stay home, children.